Hello Scorpio, welcome to your twin flame reading for the full moon in Pisces 2022. Now, as always, if you are seeing this twin flame reading at another time, that's okay. If it resonates and you are then meant to hear that message, please also look to your Venus and moon sign readings, particularly in love and relationships, as they indicate our own emotions and connections, how we connect with other people. That can be quite different to our normal sun sign. Okay, as always, thank you for sharing your space with me today as we go into the reading. So I'm going to pull an oracle card first for you to tap into that energy first, my darling Scorpio. Okay, we've got a couple of things here. So the energy for you, and okay, that's interesting. Really interesting energy there. And the energy for your twin flame. I've got two cards come up. Now I must say, with these readings, no two readings are going to be exactly the same format. I go with the flow depending on what energy comes through. And yeah, we've got new beginnings. That's the energy around you at this point in time. And I want to look at that a little bit more deeply there for you straight up, because it's really setting the tone here. I really feel that with this full moon, there is some new energy around you that you weren't particularly expecting. So let's just have a look here, because I am quite interested in this for you. Radiant sunrise. The sun is the most profound symbol of life itself, large enough to fit 1 million Earths inside it. The rising sun represents hope and understanding that life begins again, fresh and new, responsible for the climate and weather of the earth. It is a symbol of birth and rebirth. It can also represent resurrection. Your life is expanding in profound and wondrous ways. New experiences and ideas are emerging. Vitality and wide open opportunities are at hand. Seize the day. This is a perfect time to begin that new project or give birth to an emerging idea. Timing is everything. There is a glow within you that can be felt by all. Of course, the sun is almost like the ultimate flame, isn't it? And we've got here simplicity around your twin flame and patience. So I sense that there's this probably on your part, this sense of, when is this happening? I feel that there's a question coming through from somebody. When is this happening? When is this happening? And it's quite an urgent question. The thing is, when we try and enforce our will on the universe in a really forceful way, there's a difference between manifesting and them being forceful and wanting our own way, which takes their energy too far, and particularly when it involves another person. Patience is sometimes not the message that we want to hear, and taking things slowly or having that simplicity attitude is also something that we don't necessarily want to hear at different times. And this one is, imagine a single white feather illuminated against a blue sky. Chiefs would wear feathers to symbolize their communing with the Creator. It was believed that when they wore feathers on one's head, messages from human could travel to spirit. Likewise, messages and energies from spiritual realms could travel back down the human thought, through the hollow shaft of the feather. Feathers also wafted through the air to cleanse and purify a space. The message today is to find a sacred simplicity and have clarity in your life. Do only what matters. Release everything else. Simplicity is where you scan areas and clean both internal and external clutter. Rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what truly is important to you. It's really interesting, and you've got a bird there, which of course have feathers. It might not be the energy you want to see straight up, Scorpio. I would say patience here, you've got the Prince of Wands, which I sense is that energy here around your twin flame person. And again, more cards coming through here. Actually, there's quite a few, but hang on a minute. We've got this, this, and this. Okay. So, whilst we have that beginning of calm to the reading, if you were patient to get through it, you'll see there's more energy here. Okay. We've got the Tower, and it's almost like that the colours are mirroring, and you've got the Sun here, and it was talking about that solar energy in all of it, right? And remember, when we're in full moon season, it's when the moon is reflecting back the sunlight at its fullest. And we've got here Three of Swords, Seven of Wands, the Queen of Wands as well. There's something here that's upset you, Scorpio. And I feel that there's this, for someone who's watching, there's this sense of frustration. I can feel the frustration coming through, and wanting to know when is this going to happen for me? When is this going to happen with this person? And the thing is that, as I said before, the message coming through from spirits and guides is the more you try and force it, the more it's not going to work. Okay. There is this Prince of Wands and Queen of Wands, and it's interesting. We often look at the King of Wands as the natural partner to the Queen of Wands, but in some traditional other methodologies for using the tarot, it's the prince that courts the queen, and then he becomes the king, right? So you can then look at it in that way, and that's the energy that came through for me here. It's not in its full fruition yet, and there's a patience. The spirits and guides are asking for patience here, Scorpio, and I really sense there's quite friction in the background, like something's happened that could be making you feel quite angry. Even as you're hearing this reading, you're kind of like, oh, this is, I can feel it. And I've got the Four of Wands here, which is the happy bear and the celebration, and it's like very much this energy coming through, like saying, just please get into your beautiful energy here, darling Scorpio. With this full moon in Pisces, you being a water sign as well, is very beneficial. Pisces energy though is, around those emotions and deeper feelings, and you feel things quite deeply, Scorpio. You may not reveal them to everybody, and that's a big thing with your sign, of not revealing them to everybody, but they're very big, and when they're very big they can become quite unmanageable, and maybe explode into this energy of feeling like, well, this is not the reading I wanted to see. I want answers. Is coming through here. So there is this passion here. It is coming, and it's this really it's almost like this really guidance energy coming through of saying, just calm down and relax. Okay, that will resonate for the person who's meant to see it. There's this Seven of Pentacles energy as well, and I feel like the person that you may, if you are interested in someone, the person that you are interested in is kind of just head in the clouds, concentrating on their work. We've got the Eight of Swords here. I feel like their work is kind of holding them kind of in this cycle at the moment, and work, or could be even money commitments, those kinds of things, is really the priority of that person at the moment. They may not have articulated that to you, because some people do not feel comfortable talking about money, or particularly if things aren't going so well, you know, if there's a work issue or something like that. Again, this message is going to resonate for the person who's meant to hear it. But just because someone appears to be going okay doesn't mean they are. We've got the Four of Cups there, and I do think that's that real energy around that your twin flame might not see what's being offered in the background. They're just focused on other things at the moment. And we've got the Queen of Cups, which is definitely your energy, beautiful Scorpio. So there is that sign that's coming through. We've got the Hermit and the Ten of Swords. So a cycle needs to end first, and a period of cycle has to happen. Okay, so over this next new moon, as a full cycle from the full moon through to the next full moon, you will start to see some of those answers coming through, right? And again, it's about taking that different attitude, a different perspective on what's happening. This happiness is there, and it's going back to that patience and reinforcing that patience through this period for you. Now, I just want to pull a couple of more cards here. From we've got the Whip, and I feel with this it's almost like you're almost being in a situation where you're almost being your own worst enemy here, and kind of punishing yourself for something that you said or did or something like that is really coming through on this. And that's probably where this impatience is coming from. Scorpio, let's get you something here. Close out the reading. Spirits and guides, Scorpio wants an answer. And we've got sexual intimacy, which is really, as I said, with this passion energy here, with this Wands energy, you know, it could be that frustration coming through of you wanting to connect physically, and of course emotionally, with the Queen of Cups, with this partner, and it's just, it's not happening, or there's a pause in it, and that's making you feel, oh, now we do have another one here. Okay. I have to get this one for you because it's fish, and fish is about abundance. So that is about, if you've made it this far to the reading, spirits and guides, it's kind of like that patience is telling you there is abundance there, right? And ship is about that travel. It's coming to you, and it's definitely on its way. And it's a real, the spirits and guides are saying this joy is coming to you, and it is not far away. But you've got to get through these things and be patient. Is this really strong message coming through here for you, my darling Scorpio? So let's close out with our beautiful oracle card reading for you, and tapping into that energy of you. And let's see if we can tap into the energy of your twin flame. What's in their mind? What are they thinking? What's top of mind for them, particularly, as I said, with that career perspective? That's really their priority, and they're not discussing it with you. Let's go. What's yours, darling? Whale song resonating, and it's card number 61. Okay. Beautiful one to get for a water sign. Remembering, harmonizing, resonating. There are moments in life where you have a sense of deja vu, that you visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know what an opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet there is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy as life's mysteries, fragility is also underlined. Like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another, you have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget that moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating to strive and do. You're so overstimulated by the chase that what you've exposed to, that you forget your heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing and seek harmony, beauty, and purpose and meaning. At this moment, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling, answer it. And I do believe that is the energy that came through in this reading, my beautiful Scorpio, that looking for the other side of our twin flame to complete us, it can be one of those elusive things, and you have gifts in your heart to share as well. And the one that came up for your twin flame is Root Girl, the Disowned Self, 46. This disowned self, the hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. This is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others or any emotion or instinct that you've learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self crying for attention, acceptance, and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. If this child self came to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree self, it's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you come to love Root Girl, claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity. She is transformed just as you are. Then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. Look for the beauty. I sense this goes back to that energy that I felt come through about there's a bit of shame around your partner from a career or what they're trying to achieve perspective, and until they deal with those issues, I don't think that they're going to be able to meet you at the right place from a relationship perspective, which is kind of it's good to know, because you have that knowledge to deal with the fact that if someone's not ready to engage quite yet, or you haven't met them quite yet, and they're still forming that part of themselves so that they can be the fullest part of themselves, fullest expression of themselves when they come into that union with you, beautiful Scorpio. So that's always something to keep in mind when you feel frustration or a barrier to a connection with a person that you are interested in. Okay, my darling Scorpio, as always, if you've made it this far through the video, I am so appreciating you honouring me with your time today. I hope you are enjoying the extended readings. If so, please pop a comment below, or a like is really helpful to me. And if you'd like to subscribe, I will be doing readings during the full moon itself when it is happening. I'm doing these readings now in the few days before, just to give you an opportunity to think about what energy you want to tap in when we actually reach that full moon energy on the Saturday next week. Okay, as always, take care and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.